Welcome back, folks, and welcome to World of Warship and to my channel. Today, guys, I'm featuring this ship, the Gearing, in rank battle, and this map is of course mountain range, and it's me with a Daring versus Gearing and Shimakaze. This is actually my very first tier 10 ship that I own. So this is the Gearing. Now, let me put in this one. I know this sounds extremely weird what I'm gonna say right now, but if you compare this ship versus Fletcher with my build, I have Fletcher stop those 10.5 kilometers. They do hit a little bit harder and also reload way faster. You need fast reload of those guns. The Gearing is not a bad ship. It just that when she was released, you only have like Shimakaze and Gearing. It was two different playstyle altogether, and of course the Shimakaze were more more player chose for that particular line. Now in this meta, to the both of those two ships are the oldest one. I'm talking about the Shima and Gearing has been in some way overcreeped by the new kings like Daring, Grozovoy also is very strong, and so on. Now the truth is, guys, and I like to say that going from Fletcher to Gearing, it's in this build, it's not crazy upgrade. A matter of fact, all you need, there's a big chance between a Fletcher and a Gearing is that Gearing has 6 guns, Fletcher has only 5, and you pay with worst concealment, and the biggest nerf of this thing versus Fletcher is the turning radius. You are one heck of a slug, and you do not turn as fast as the Fletcher. You do not have the speed and agile as the Fletcher. So in my honestly opinion, the Gearings, it's not the upgrade versus Fletcher. Sure, you have better rate of fire, sure you have more guns, one more gun, but you paid with worse concealment and worse rudder. And I really feel that she's not nimble as Fletcher, and that is still the thing, that Fletcher is probably one of the best tier 8 destroyers overall. I'm not saying she is the best of everything. She's a hybrid. Fletcher is definitely a hybrid, and in this mode definitely you're gonna also see the Gearing's potential. Okay, over here what happened, I'm spotted, and that's the Shimakaze. Shimakaze, of some very strange reason, does not open up. I am not going away from, even though Zhao could be very nasty surprise. Zhao can, but now the thing here's what happened. Zhao went behind the island. He cannot engage me. Only Yamato, but you know, Yamato overpens me for days. And for some very strange reason, guys, just look at this. Zhao will show in very few seconds, but this Shimakaze is like a freaking bot. Never once open fire, and I took it down in the engine and I killed him. Now the Shimakaze is definitely a big problem over here. He can nuke me for days, but I popped the smoke because I want to first finish the Shimakaze. You know, yeah, he hurts me. See, I receive a probably around 6,000 damage one freaking salvo. So this is not a joke, Zhao. But the thing is, he went in the same moment, and now I return in fire. I'm a little bit afraid he has 12 kilometers torp, so remember that, guys. When you see a Zhao moving away or turning, that's a very good sign that you will. And now I'm Daka, this Yamato who is bow on. I do not like battleship in this game mode. A very simple reason. When it's a big open map like this one, I understand that Yamato, all he needs to do is to stay bow on and survive. But I'm too big over the open ocean, and as long as there's no radar, I am the one who actually can go as close to as 6 kilometers and send those torpedoes away. And sooner or later, even though he was reversing, so even though he was in my torpedo range, because he sailed away, I could not hit him with my torpedoes. But guys, that is the Zhao's torpedo widespread. I have no idea why you put the widespread. And I do not open fire anymore because, you know, Zhao, it's not a ship I want to fight versus. So right now, because the enemies destroyed both of them, they are dead. It's just me and Daring. And the enemy have Wooster, but the Woosters actually and Smolens also could be very powerful. The best destroy killer, of course, are Wooster and Minotaur and Smolensk. You don't want to ever be in range of those three ships. They might actually kill you in seconds. Now guys, the truth is nothing crazy. The biggest potato was actually the enemy Shimakaze, and also bad luck for the Shima that did not have support from either Yamato or Zhao, who just went the stupid island and he could not return fire. He did one salvo, but it was not enough to kill me. But besides, in this mode you always, even our DD like me, have small tiny chance that we can recover the heal. You may argue that over here I should probably go a little bit further away to Yamato, but my main job is also to put those buff to my battleships. The destroyer's job is to take the buffs. The destroyer's job is to spot for the enemy, and the destroyer's job is one thing, and send on cooldown those torpedo like I'm doing right now. What I like about Fletcher and Gearing's that even though I only have 10 torpedoes, they are very fast, and I can create such good looking torpedo wall like I'm doing right now. Oh crap, that's the Smolensk. Oh man, for crying out loud. But he has a Montana issue, so even though, yeah, put him on fire. Montana nuked him for days, because the truth is, even though Smolensk is strong versus Montana, it's the other way around. You're just a food piñata. He probably my yeah, 2 torpedo and 1 flooding. They hurt. This is not an European destroyer. I do believe this is one of the highest damage of all the torpedoes beside the Shima's torps, which they do a little bit even more damage. But the difference is not a whole lot, guys. Even though Yamato have a good torpedo protection, let me put it this way. If you're playing a Fletcher and if you're a battleship, you do not want to eat too many of torps. You might actually die. In one torpedo wall, you are actually, you know, if the RNG is bad on you, you can go from 100 to 0 in just one torpedo drop. That is the power of US torpedo. They are not a joke. They are not tickling you, they are killing you. That's the truth, and that is probably the nice thing. I still have my torpedo on, not on cooldown, because with the air kicking in the torpedo reload, I do believe in less than 80 seconds, which is pretty fantastic, and that's the reason I take in this Fletcher's torpedo. They are reloading fast. So guys, nothing crazy, only 60,000 damage, 2 fires, 2 torpedo hits. But this Montana, man, oh my lord, this is, you see how I'm aiming right now. Once again, I aim a little bit behind and the other one dead on. This is, well, of course I should not do it, but if you pay attention right now to my torpedo, you see how wide it is, and if you're sailing straight, if you don't take right now a maneuverably, you will eat a lot of torps, especially this range 7.3 kilometers. Even though my range only 10.5, it's still good enough, and I cover pretty significant torpedo wall. What I'm trying to say, guys, is that the torpedo will hit, and will hit hard. 3 torpedo knocked him for everything he got. So if you eat more than 4 torps, you're doomed. That's the thing. And probably this is the biggest power with Fletcher and Gearing's torpedo. You only have 10 of them, but they do tons of damage, and you can create such a good looking torpedo wall like I'm showing you. It's nothing crazy, guys. Of course, when there's an aircraft carrier, it's different story. When there's a radar cruiser, it's different story. But when you do not have CV, you don't have a radar cruiser, then you as a destroyer player, you have all time in the world. And even though I received more than 6,000 damage in the Zhao engagement, I recovered the whole back. And my team did fantastic. Our Montana did a great good job to deal with that Smolensk, because that is my biggest threat. It's actually the Smolensk. No matter what you guys said, Minotaur, Smolensk, or Worcester, it's absolutely they are built to kill destroyers. That it's their job, you know what I mean. You may argue that also some Soviet heavy cruiser, but the problem with Soviet heavy cruiser, even though they have way better radar cruiser, their DPM it's not there. The reload is kind of a mech. Montana is doing great job. I believe, guys, would say that this is a easy win, even though Zhao will put this Montana on fire. At this stage, he thinks Zhao has very little chance. He can do some damage to Montana and trying to torpedo him or some strange reason. He wants to probably save his start. That's the only conclusion. He's huge to this captain, because he was not the one who... Oh crap, I will eat a torpedo here. Oh, Zerra, this is what I'm talking about. Barely. It's kind of a slug. And not a whole lot damage, to be honest with you. I thought it was much dangerous, you know what I mean. And you see, only one torpedo, but I do believe it was 16,000 damage. And now we're gonna see something very ridiculous. I open fire with AP right now, guys. 16, 19 ricochet, a high caliber receive, and I nuked him with the AP, guys. The last salvo was AP, and I also got complimented in this game. So thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know what you think about the rank season, and let me know what you think about the old school destroyers like Shimakaze and Goering. Have a good one. Take care and bye.